Hi, welcome to the first video on Revved Up Media. Today we're going to be going over my 1991 C4 Corvette, what's been done to it, how it's been running, and how it ran when I got it. So when I got it, it had a 2400 stall converter, mufflers, just aftermarket mufflers, hollowed out catalytic converters, 160-degree thermostat, had what they call the Frisbee delete, which means that there is a large disc that weighs about 10 pounds, and it was supposed to help with the air conditioning to quiet it down for the interior. That was removed, and then the air box was also cut out. So with all those little mods done to it, it ran a 1390 at about 95 miles per hour. Now, so far, what I have done, I'm going to turn the camera around, is I added long tube headers, just the ones from eBay for small block L98, 409 stainless steel, connected to pipes, header back exhaust. I will put a link to the exact model that I have. Catalytic converter delete all the way through, straight through mufflers, and then also Arizona Speed and Marine intake runners that are ported. They do feel a little bit lighter. So with that done to it, now it's running 1360 at 100 miles per hour. So I increased the top end by a pretty large margin, 5 miles per hour for a couple bolt-ons. And then I'm really happy with the ET cutting down by a full 3/10. Now I'm going to be adding a 180-degree thermostat. I'm going to bring that up a little bit because I read that the 160-degree thermostat can damage the cylinder walls because it's going to be running too cold. So putting in 180-degree, and then I also just purchased and going to be putting on a 58-millimeter throttle body. Didn't go with the 52, went up to the 58 just with the bigger runners, and then the long tube headers, and then just, true dual exhaust all the way through. Thought the 58 would be fine, and it's also the same price as the 52. So that's been it so far. I'm hoping, to pick up maybe a 1/10 and a half with the new throttle body, but we will definitely see. So it's running really well. Again, not too much stuff done to it. I'm going to stitch another video, flip this camera around, again, show you a little more of the engine. I also put in a nice Moon Eyes steering wheel, show you what that looks like, and then hopefully get some video of the exhaust. So let's cut right to that. As we've been working on this, we realized that the upper and lower radiator hoses were original from 1991. They were actually date stamped 91. So it should be running right here, and then the lower is on that side. I had to order some new parts for, the new hoses for that. They'll be going on tomorrow once I get them. So that was a bummer. Somebody did a decent amount of work to this car and then just did not swap out the hoses. So definitely, if you got a Corvette, look for that. What else? Besides the radiator hoses, they did the thermostat and then just didn't check their hoses. So that's a little bit of a bummer. Again, gonna flip this camera around, keep it flipped around, and then go over the exhaust. All right. So again, here are the long tube headers. You can see that the installation wasn't too bad. So on this side, it went in from above. On the passenger side, which we're going to go around to right now, it came in from the bottom. You can see that with the air conditioning, it was extremely tight. So we got those in, and then after we got these in, the starter was in the way. So I went to Summit. I'm relatively close to Summit in Talmadge, Ohio. I'm up in Cleveland. So I went to Summit, got a new mini starter, which is very nice. It works perfectly, but the problem I had with that was that the gear for the starter to hit the flywheel was not going through the dust cover for the flywheel. So I had to notch out the flywheel for the gear from the starter to hit that. So that was a little bit of a pain and wasn't sure what to do, but the guys at Summit helped with that. They said just notch it out or leave it off. I wasn't comfortable with leaving that dust cover off, so we just notched it out. And after that, the exhaust went on really well. So I don't know if I can get a good view of that, but I can show you the back and then also stitch some video at the end of the exhaust running underneath. This was a pipes, again, header back, full stainless steel. Let's see if we can get underneath a little bit. You can see it running through it right there. True duals all the way back. Sounds very good. The gears on these, on this one right now, are 259s. Just purchased 307s. That'll be going on during the winter. I got a full back end, drive shafts and everything. So I'm very happy about that. So getting some shorter gears in there should be very good. Bring the time down again. Here's the Moon Eye steering wheel. Just a very classic look. I actually like it. I like it better than the original. Had to get an aftermarket tachometer. My tach is reading high. I will send that in for repair at some point, but I really just wanted to get racing. It's July right now, 2023. I got this car in October of 2022, so I haven't had it that long. But I tell you, it's been running great. I haven't had any problems with it. Any problems that I've had were just caused by me working on it, which has not been a ton. So if you have any questions, also smog pump delete, that was done by me before I ran it for the first time. So again, running a 1390. Then with the headers, the intake, the long runners from Arizona Speed and Marine, headers, exhaust, cut that down to a 1360 flat at about 100 miles per hour. The airbox has been cut out. So I will be installing the new throttle body. So we're going to see how that does, how the car responds to that. Right now running a 1360. So I'm hoping to bring that down again. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about what I've been doing or any comments or any tips to get this thing running even better, again, I'm happy with the way it's running right now. Still a great everyday driver. Still getting about 25 miles per gallon on the freeway. Just a great everyday car. So yeah, thanks for watching the video. Hope to see you again. I'll be posting more and more. So thank you so much. Alright, to actually end the video, I thought I would show a picture of the new rear end with the gears. Again, picked this up for $250 off of Facebook Marketplace. It is the whole rear end from, brake to brake, I guess you would say, just across drive shafts, rear end gears, the suspension parts. I'm going to mix and match a little bit, keep my own brakes. Obviously put the gears in. These drive shafts are actually a little bit cleaner. Just have to clean this up, but a really good deal. And I will be very excited to put 307s upgrading from 259s next year. And we'll see how the car runs when these are on there.